MKE, news you can use, real. All right, it's time to wake your awesome ass up. It is the morning shift, MKE, news you can use, real talk, real topics, 102.5 FM The Post, 102.5 MKE.com radio you can watch. Let's go!
I remember Revelations. And I looked as he opened the sixth seal. There was a great earthquake. Judgment Day. Raise a call.
I'm calling about what happened in New York.
There hasn't been a ghost sighting in 30 years.
Oh my god. What is happening here?
Her grandfather was a ghostbuster. Something was coming and he knew it.
I think we opened the gates of hell.
Hey, have you missed us?
I really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. Why people even sing it to just change that N to a W? Miss my wigger. Just say I really miss my wigger. Back to the song. Was at the hospital bed. Said, nigga, are you dead? My nigga said, yeah. And I said, no. Why'd you have to go? Reached out to his ghost in slow-mo. I put a shirt over my nigga, then I burst in the air. She said, you can't do that here. I said, bitch, I don't care. She said, you don't care when this part's important. Help me lift this nigga up and put him in the dead nigga storage. I said, dead nigga storage. You joking? She said, I'm joking. It was just a joke. I said, I'm gonna shoot you in the face and call it a joke. She said, the best way to cheer up is to laugh. I said, bitch, I'll cheer up after this bloodbath. I want the whole world to know what it's like to lose a nigga. I lost my nigga to a hernia. I lost my nigga to a hernia. I really miss my nigga. This breakdown. Really miss my nigga. White people, I really miss my wigger. This song is about equality. I really miss my nigga. Let's sing it together. I really miss my nigga. For white people, if a black person next to you, they look real pissed, you better stop it. I really miss my nigga. I'm responsible for your well-being. I really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. I 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 miss my nigga. No, my nigga. I miss my nigga.
I told you. And at least to the end of the week, you go hear that song. Because it's just unbelievable to me. You know what I mean? Welcome to the show. It's the morning shift, MKE, with your man Sayer. What up? OG. Shout out to Roxy. Roxy, where you at? If you watching, you say something. We got to share it. We got to do that. We got to, you know what I mean? Get all that type of stuff done too. You know what I mean? You see, we got L hooked us up. You see, we got the different little things. Watch this here. Look. Really miss my nigga. Look at that. And then we got this one. Check this out. Bam! Then we go back to this one. Check this out. Really miss my nigga. Then this one, this something else. Hold on. Bam. Hey, Kathy, where you been? Oh, Lord, Kathy, where you been at? We missed you around here. We ain't had no help. Everybody done been sick and everything since we ain't talked to you. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord, it's good to see you and hear from you and know everybody's all right. What's up to everybody watching? If y'all didn't know, old Cal is testifying. I didn't think he was gonna take the stand himself. They feel that they confident as shit.
It's supposed to be a speedy trial.
They are confident as shit to have that boy get up there. They know. I don't know how they think. Let me tell y'all something though, man. He can't just get off because besides shooting them two more, if he get off for killing two motherfuckers, they gonna have to change some laws around here. Because straight up, that mean I could be somewhere where I'm not supposed to be, armed, and a motherfucker can fuck around and I can kill their ass. I better get off. I'm using the Cal Rittenhouse law. Straight up, I don't know how that could. Y'all know motherfucking well. And I hate to say this, but it's real. Y'all know motherfucking well. If that was me, it would. Y'all be like. The first time the canteen list would have came, I'd have started buying stamps, phone call. No, I ain't going nowhere. And I ain't getting them from under this shit. They ain't finna let me from under this shit. You know what I'm saying? Self-defense. Man, when I say self-defense, they gonna have to hold in their laughs. They gonna have to, he said self-defense. They gonna say, all they gonna focus on was, you didn't have to be there. You didn't have to be there. No one asked you to be there. You took it upon yourself. I can't see how they can get around that, man. They got to slam this boy. They probably, I'm gonna tell you at the most, they go break down the fuck out of it. He go get like the lesser charges. So if it's manslaughter, he go get that. You know what I mean? What's manslaughter carry here? He can do anywhere. He can get probation. If the judge, let me see. Hey Siri, don't do this. Look, got people. Hey Siri. Okay, there you go. Hey, what is the minimum for manslaughter in Wisconsin? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the thing, y'all. Don't worry, we got show put together for you. Wisconsin, okay, they got involuntary. I didn't say involuntary. It better lead to manslaughter. If the killing was an accident. This is involuntary. I said voluntary. Anyways, y'all, they're gonna break the charges down. I mean, it's just. I hope y'all know we've gotten to the point where they don't even care if they doing racist shit in front of our face. We way past the sneaking. You know, it's like, you know what? Fuck y'all. Let him out. They shouldn't have attacked him. Now, well, my daddy used to always tell me, man, if you wasn't there, the shit couldn't have happened to you. I remember I was supposed to be home. When I was 16, my mama said, come straight home. Move us out the hood. Come straight home. Because the hood was getting bad. And she said, come straight home. I don't do it. Don't listen, of course. I'm 16. So I go off with my homeboys, go to a party, and get shot. So all they could think of was, motherfucker, you shouldn't have been there. And I was thinking that too. Damn, if I'd have went home. You know what I mean? So you kind of hold some responsibility for that. You got to say, keep it real and say, now, that don't mean we not gonna fuck up the motherfuckers that shot us. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely going down. But at the same time, if I took my ass home, it wouldn't have never happened. They'd have shot somebody else. Wouldn't have been me. Fucked up my clothes. My mama wouldn't let me out the house for months after that. Because remember, I was 16. God, I had to beg to go back to school. She talking about she go homeschool me. Did you forget I was at your graduation ceremony from MATC? Did you forget that? You know what I'm saying? You ain't for teach me shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, ma, I love you, but come on, let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Anyways, y'all, it's sad to see there's gonna be no justice for what the fuck this motherfucker did. You know what I mean? It is, and really, we really upset, but I mean, I don't know why other whites aren't upset. They kill white people. Like, man, y'all really saying fuck these dudes' life because they thought other people's lives mattered. Once the conversation was going on, group of whites, and one white said, you know, all lives matter. And when the other white said, yeah, black lives matter too, he's the enemy. They shifted away from his ass. You go over there, and anything can happen to you. You can be murdered on the street, and we won't give a fuck. We'll call your murderer a hero. Imagine being a parent and hearing the motherfucker that murdered your child being called a hero. Because even if they grown, they're still your child. You know what I mean? People forget that. You know, I done held, you hold the baby and you did stuff with them and they smiled at you and your heart melted and shit. That's who they killed. You know what I mean? Now, the dude who had the gun shouldn't have motherfucking hesitated. That's another thing. You can't hesitate with no weapons, man. That could be your life. You know what I mean? Just like it was for them. They hesitated. If you watch the video, there was a moment of hesitation when he was lunging at him. That's when he got off. Bah! If he wouldn't have hesitated, you got to go all in. Especially if you going after somebody with a weapon. You trying to disarm somebody? And hey, white folks and young folks, y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all have to stop that shit. Are you seeing what happened to Raheem and Juice? The Bishop was right. He should have never tried to take that gun from me. Now, speaking of guns, let me show y'all some shit I seen yesterday on the goddamn internet. Kind of blew my mind, man. Let me put this shit on for y'all. Check this shit out. Now there's a man. Look, he up in the church with a pistol. Now, I don't know if he trying to rob him. I don't know what's going on at this point. You know, the story will come out later. We always miles ahead of everybody else. Look, there's somebody with a microphone. Look, people getting the fuck out of there. Oh, they done tackled him. He down. They got him. Look, what I just said. Quit trying to take gun, but if you can, do it. If you can, if you got it up. See, that was too many people for him to hold down. One time I tried to rob a popular restaurant. I don't know why. Times was hard. But I didn't actually try to rob the restaurant. Like, I ain't go in it. I was waiting for them to come out because I knew how they do their dropping shit. So I come out, but it was too many people for one person. The whole thing just got away from me, man. I ended up leaving with nothing. I ain't even get no chicken. So they done tackled this man down. Look, they praying for him? Get the devil out of his ass. I mean, hey, these young people crazy, man, because I feel like my grandmama will pop up right behind me if I pulled a gun in the motherfucking church and knock the shit out of me. What the fuck is... Because I may not agree with organized religion and all that. I still got respect, though. I'm not going to disrespect, and I'm not going to come into the church and just because I'm not a Christian whip out a pistol. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that shit there. These people believe in that. I don't mess with nobody's beliefs and whatever. I stopped even making certain little comments and shit about that because, you know, let people believe what they want to believe. It ain't hurting me none. And I ain't finna convert nobody, especially the way I be coming. I ain't gonna convert nobody. All right, so they done tackled this motherfucker down. Man, you young peoples, man, y'all need to get off them drugs. And I don't know, man, what made this man... Did he try to rob the collection plate? I can't wait till...
I had the video too, but mine ain't had no sound.
Yeah, I got to get the whole story to that, man. Now, we got another story coming up, y'all, of these high school kids staged a walkout at their school over unfair treatment. So, that should pop in a few seconds. Then it took this motherfucker to win. Oh, man, they ain't even plugged in.
We're scared. We're fearing for our lives.
Several dozen students walked out of the High School of the Arts saying their safety concerns are falling on deaf ears. A recent 12 News investigation found Milwaukee police have been called to the school 20 times in the past 2 months. MPS ended the school resource officer program with Milwaukee police last year.
Today's the only day that we've ever had Milwaukee Police Department come out. You know, MPS canceled their contract with Milwaukee Police Department. So we're to the point where if nothing happens, they won't come out.
There's been a lot of drama around the school with fights and administrators instigating things with students and security guards not being fair to our students.
What is it that you want to see happen here?
We want the school to be safe for everyone. We want to feel safe in our own school.
What's made you feel unsafe?
There have been multiple shooting threats and nothing done about it.
The students say given incidents of violence at schools around the country, even threats should be taken very seriously.
We live in a Milwaukee area where gun violence and gang activity is at high volume. So when certain threats are being told, we should not be taking this lightly. We should stomp on it immediately.
We go into lockdown every other week, which is concerning.
In Milwaukee, Nick Bohr, WISN 12 News.
So they saying they want to see. Make up your mind. You want the police in the school or you don't want them in the school? And it sounds to me like that's normal shit, man. That was not. I listen. Let me tell you. I was in high school in the 90s, and there were hardly any cops. We just had security guards. You know what I'm saying? There was hardly any cops. They would be around. You know what I mean? But if a fight broke out, I've never seen a cop come to break it up when I was in high school. You know what I mean? And we still haven't had these shootings as wild as these motherfuckers been. They've been driving on the sidewalk. They've been doing all of that type of shit. They ain't shot up no school. Shot it up how the terrorists come in and shoot the motherfucker up in the suburbs, the suburban terrorists. You know what I'm saying? They ain't did that yet, you know, but I understand these people being concerned, they scared. It's the High School of the Arts. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is gangster at the high school of the arts?
Hey, I was sitting there looking at all the people they was talking to.
Right. All of them look like
arts.
Yeah, artsy as we had. All of them look artsy. So I'm like, who's these gangsters I bet you it's some dude with long hair and shit, you know what I'm saying, and rings and a ear thing loop through his nose and shit.
Gothic dudes. And
yeah, who the fuck is bullying y'all there? Wow. But I hope they get a hold on it, man.
Hey, I think it's like what it be too, man. It's like people be needing the police, but then at the same time, the police be doing too damn much and going too damn far.
Right.
So it be like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then that's how they muscle us too, because you want them to stop what you're doing, and they'll say, "Oh, we'll stop doing shit." Period.
Right.
Then it's like, "Damn, what's happening? You know we need you," and then they back putting you in the headlock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But in this situation, MPS canceled the contract
because they was having incidents.
Right. And so that's why they backed off. You know what I mean? But now they like, okay, now it's what you say. Okay, you want us to come back? You better take the gloves off.
Yeah.
We want to be able to smack these motherfuckers around. You know what I'm saying? Man, that is some shit. There's some tough ballet dancers and painters, right? They got time. Why they get time to do that shit? Let me go bully some motherfuckers and then come back and finish my painting.
If you get kicked by a ballet dancer, it's gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
Man, y'all, yeah, they strong. A lot of boxers and shit take ballet and football players and shit. You know, don't sleep on ballet. I forgot about that. Don't sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? Check this shit out, y'all.
Break your nose with his pinky toe.
Now listen, some more shit that I've always keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And check this shit out.
Those who don't know their history are condemned to repeat it.
In Texas overnight, tensions boiling over in the battle over race and education in schools.
None of you can identify with the black man in America and his experiences, but he brought those experiences to our students. 2 of my kids were lucky enough to have him as an educator.
Dr. Whitfield has done so much good for the school and the community. Do better. Be better. The entire nation is watching what you will do.
Dr. James Whitfield, the first black principal at Colleyville Heritage High School, officially removed from his position during an emotional school board meeting. All of it over what he says was a false accusation of promoting critical race theory.
Education is my heart and soul.
The Grapevine Colleyville School District acknowledges there's no evidence Dr. Whitfield promoted critical race theory, the study of law and race.
What'd you say?
I'm asking you a question. You had to stop
I was supposed to stop it anyway, though.
I was saying this the teacher you was talking about the other day that got fired.
It's another one.
Oh, okay.
It's been a few of them. And this the principal. And my thing is, why are they so against, you know what I mean, learning about race and learning the history of slavery?
Has anybody asked that question?
Nope. And I hate that they it's like, I feel like they put plants in these meetings.
No, this is
because they had a one black dude that was against the critical race theory.
Mm.
He was married. Now I want to ask some white women how they feel about this. He was married to a white woman. So his reason for not wanting his daughter to learn about the critical race theory, and I quote, "I don't want my child to hate mommy." Right there, they needed somebody to ask, why would your child hate mommy learning about race? You know what I mean? That's you can't shield them from that. But I want to ask white women, how do you feel about being married to a black man who doesn't want your children to learn about their history? Just to whitewash it. I always tell black dudes that get with white women, man, okay, you can put on your Birkenstocks and your stuff. We let that go, but you do not have to deny who the fuck you are and where we came from, and deny your children of that knowledge, them having knowledge of self, so they know how to move out here amongst these people. I had to get that on my own. So once I got knowledge of self, I realized a lot of the white people around me have been disrespecting me. You know what I mean? They were not nice people. But everything they said, when you ignorant and you don't know, and I say something with a smile, you don't think it's bad. You know, you might not know now when we had a guy out there, and I'm going to continue with the videos and shit, y'all, but we had a guy, let me tell you why you need to educate your children. We played against Horace Mann. That was our rival when I went to Frank Lloyd Wright. Our rival was Horace Mann. They had a black guy who I was supposed to go against and rebound him because me and my guy Terrell single-handedly bust open the myth that all black dudes can play basketball. You know what I'm saying? That is a myth. And our white coach found out the hard way, because he picked us just because we was black. He just knew we was, but he didn't know we was a different kind of we came from good family. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? We didn't, you know, I couldn't, anyways. The other kid's name at the other school, his name, well, what they called him was Monkey. You know what I mean? And he was okay with this. And every time they said it, they laughed, but they called him Monkey. And he was biracial. He wasn't even whole black, he was biracial. But they called this man Monkey, and he was okay with it. Now, 7th grade, before I got knowledge of self, 7th grade, it was just a funny nickname. 8th grade, hey fam, stop letting them call you that shit. You know what I mean? Or call them one back and see what happened. I remember I had to slap Jason Aldana. We ain't gonna go into all that, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna continue with this.
Hey, right quick, back to what you was talking about with the meetings in them plants.
Mm-hmm.
The way they do them meetings is designed for where you're not gonna be there.
Right.
Because they run the meeting during the times that they at work.
Right.
Which is the same time you at work.
Right.
So how is you gonna be at a meeting at 8 in the morning and you work first shift somewhere? So you're not never getting the real community point of view. Right.
And see that's why, and that Sire make a good point. A motherfucker got to take off. If we really gonna be involved, you know what I'm saying? I hate that we missing this fucking trial. I could pull it in and we could watch it, but I just have to do it. I don't want to be doing it in the middle of shit. But yeah, you're right. And see what these motherfuckers do. You see them, they make signs and everything to come to these fucking meetings. They is fully there. We need to be like that for our children. Where's the blacks saying, when you see these meetings, you don't see no blacks. But it's like you say though, you know, and then y'all got to hold these meetings. Y'all know we don't get up to after 12. You know what I'm saying? And you got to say it's going to be something free there. You know what It's going to be free food. Motherfuckers come. I came for the free food. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is going to come there. And that's a damn shame.
Put drinks on the flyer.
Just like I said, when we talk about dude that was throwing the team party. Now, I made a comment, everybody ignored. When I make comments, I see people ignore them because they know I'm on to something. I'm like, I wish y'all was this active about y'all kids' education, and when they talking about the CRT and all that, where y'all be with that shit? Y'all so concerned about y'all kids, except for when it comes to their education and the way they live. You care for your child. You love the fuck out your child, yet you'll have your child living where they can't go and play outside. Now, there's levels to that. There are people that's trying to come up. They ain't got no choice. They staying humble, they stay in the course, they working. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that be at Miami, they be at Milwaukee versus Texas, they be at Milwaukee versus Arizona, they be at all the Oasis and Element and turning up, and they just got the new Jordans. I'm talking about them motherfuckers. That's who I'm talking about. You ain't shit to me. You know what I mean? you not shit to me. Oh, you can flash whatever the fuck. As long as your kids live where somebody just got shot down the street, or it's a dope house, or they can go 2 houses down and buy some weed, you know what I'm saying? Where it be fights at, because you can buy weed and drugs. Leave the drugs out of it. You can buy drugs in the goddamn mansions and shit. You know what I'm saying? So leave that out. But still, where's motherfuckers standing outside selling drugs? Where cars come down, up and down the block 100 miles per hour and you live on a residential street. Do something about that. Yeah, worried about who trying to have freaky parties. Okay, nothing wrong with that, but worry about the other shit too. Let me see you be concerned about your kids all around. Some of them didn't even have kids old enough to go to them parties, or had kids too old. One thing I was saying, even though the flyer said 16 to 20, I couldn't. 14. God damn, man. Damn, bro. Like, yeah, bro. You got to level that out, bro. It should have been from 6 to 8, 14 to whatever, and you know what I'm saying? You got to level that out, bro. But at the same time, as a 20-year-old, I wouldn't want to be around no fucking 14-year-old. I would never go to that shit. I want to be where the grown motherfuckers at.
At 20, you didn't want to be around nobody 20.
Right. At 20, I was a hardcore drug dealer, goddammit. I was hanging out with OGs and prostitutes and gangsters and killers and shit. They would have told me, hey, bro, it's a party going on. 14, I'd have been like, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to the strip club where the hoes grown and get naked. You know what I'm saying? The fuck I'm gonna go there for with some kids?
So if going to a bash.
We should have used that as a trap. See what 20-year-olds and them pull up to this motherfucker and put their ass on. What the fuck you doing here, bro? You want to party with kids? They easy, huh? Beat your ass out there. Everybody over, look. This is how we do it. Have them come in, check IDs. Anybody ID 18 and over, get their ass whooped. Straight up. Fuck you doing here with kids, bro? Even when I was young, I didn't like girls younger than me or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to, that's a disease. That is a disease. I don't want little girls. I don't like girls. Let me tell you like this. I can't even fuck with a girl that I seen grow up. I can't even do that. You know what I mean? Not if I can picture her, like I said, if I can picture her as a little girl and me taking her to the store or giving her some candy or something like that, I can't fuck around.
Look in your head.
Right, yeah, I can't fuck around. You know what I mean? My homeboy be doing that shit, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I've been wanting you forever. I heard a bitch say that, like, God damn, like, bro, don't do it. And bro did it. You know how that go. Anyways, we gonna keep going. Hold on.
Racial inequality, but anger in the community has focused on an email he sent after George Floyd's murder, in which he said systemic racism was alive and well.
Tonight, I would like to express my concerns.
It was the resident who initiated public criticism of Dr. Whitfield last summer who made final remarks at the school board meeting last night.
The question should be asked, how did we get here? Critical race theory, equity, critical race theory, equity, social emotional learning.
Where do you go from here?
I've got a family that needs me. It's bigger than me.
The district told NBC News that Whitfield lost his job due to deficiencies in his performance. The former principal, who had been promoted twice before within the district, denies that claim. Last night, the district acknowledging both parties strongly believe they are in the right.
Why'd you want to stay around to the end? I needed to see the look on their faces when they read that. The fact that they said that with a straight face, they're hurting students.
Whitfield, who had been suspended since August, will receive pay until 2023. He says he doesn't know where he'll work next and worries educators everywhere feel silenced.
I plan on speaking up because that's what you're supposed to do, right? But we got to think about what is that silence doing, not only for you, but is it being harmful to moving us along as a society?
He fears he won't be the last to lose a career over speaking out. Antonia Hilton, NBC News, Grapevine, Texas.
Wow, to lose your job. I still ain't even clear what the fuck he did. Now, I'm going to keep it moving, y'all.
All right, we shift gears now. They came in pretending to order takeout, but they left with something much more valuable than anything on the menu.
South Milwaukee police tonight looking for thieves responsible for stealing a taco stop worker's car on Monday. Our Aaron Maven is live tonight with the clear clues that could help track down these suspects. Aaron?
Well, Ted and Mary, for one employee, it started as a typical order but ended with heartbreak and shock. They are hoping that clear surveillance video will help crack the case.
When something like this happens, it puts everybody on heightened alert.
At Taco Stop MKE, workers are upset.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
By the actions of two suspected thieves.
I grew up in South Milwaukee, and this is not South Milwaukee.
AJ Ahis owns a restaurant and shared these pictures, showing the people suspected of stealing his employees' belongings and vehicle Monday afternoon.
She saved for 4.5 years to be able to purchase her own car.
In a search for help, he went to police and social media. Posting the suspects came in and pretended to place an order around 2 p.m., but instead stole the worker's wallet and keys from behind the counter before driving off in her car.
For you to show up at work and then look and notice that at a moment's notice your belongings are gone, your car's gone. And it's a horrible feeling.
Adding to the heartbreak, the burgundy Chevy Trax was a worker's first car.
She's shaking up.
Ahis hopes the thieves are recognized and caught.
People aren't sitting around anymore and just taking it. A lot of people are very upset. If I was them, I would think twice. There's a lot of eyes out there.
The victim has set up a GoFundMe account. You can find that information on our website, fox6now.com. At last check, police in South Milwaukee have not found the vehicle or arrested the suspects. Reporting live in South Milwaukee tonight, Aaron Maven.
Ooh, I know they call them all kinds of niggas. I'm gonna say it. That's bad what they did. I do not condone crime, but you do not leave your keys and shit laying around so motherfuckers can get them. That's like right now, my keys right here. If I went to the bathroom, there's a few people in here. If I went to the bathroom and came back and my keys gone and my car gone, now I'm mad at the motherfucker that took it, but I'm like, God damn, I should have left my shit. You know what I'm saying? Out. I know motherfuckers ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. Check this shit out.
Or do you want your pink one?
You can't tell by looking at them, but there's something that sets twins
How you
Sam
feel
and
about
Theo
this?
Rodriguez apart from most other Wisconsin 4-year-olds. Who got their vaccine? You got a vaccine?
I got one too.
And you got one too? What was that like?
I didn't even feel a thing. I'll get it!
The boys are part of the new trial of Moderna's COVID vaccine for kids ages 6 months to 4 years. They got their first shot last week at American Family Children's Hospital in Madison, but only after their parents considered all of the factors.
I think it's normal for parents to have a lot of questions or concerns. You're talking about a new vaccine. But we have more questions and concerns about what it would mean for them if they were to get COVID.
The only question now for the family is whether the boys will actually be vaccinated, because it's a blind trial where some children are given placebo shots instead.
Chances are greater than not that they received the actual vaccine rather than a placebo, but we don't know.
Dr. William Hartman heads the vaccine trial at UW Health, and so far he says the side effects in kids have been just some sore arms or slight fevers, nothing unexpected. And as for the question that many parents of young kids want answered, when can we expect eligibility for the vaccine to open up to kids under 5?
I would think that it would be very possible by mid-January to have a vaccine available to this age group.
Okay, now you're going to hold real tight.
That's a moment a lot of parents are waiting for, one that may have come a little sooner for the Rodriguez family. In Madison, I'm Kent Wainscott, WISN 12 News.
UW Health is one of 80 centers across the country conducting that Moderna trial. More than 2,500 young children are taking part.
So how y'all feel about getting the kids? Have any of y'all got y'all kids vaccinated? Where Nurse Kathy at? That's what we got to hear from. Let me put this back over here. Because I don't know, man. I don't know about any of that. I still haven't gotten vaccinated, and my doctor is suggesting it. Yeah, why would you get your kid vaccinated with a possible placebo? Right, that makes no damn sense at all. Especially if you know what a placebo is, you know what I mean? Definitely. But I don't know. Tanya has been asking me about the kids or whatever. Uh-oh, here we go. All right, who we got on the line? You already know. All right, hold on, let me get you through the board. It ain't going through the board for some reason. Hold on, let me get you on right quick. How I do this? Let me see. Bluetooth. There. Okay. There's now. Can you hear me? Kathy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, there we go, y'all. I did it.
Yeah,
First try. Yeah. Okay, we got you on. Go ahead.
So, I don't know about getting kids that young vaccinated with this new vaccine, because when they started getting the teenagers vaccinated, they were like Pfizer was causing mRNA and stuff. And then too, who would take their child to get injected with something and you don't know if it's the real vaccine or a placebo? Like, what sense does that make?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. You know what I mean? And that's pretty. What? I missed that part. What exactly did they say? They said they giving some. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what they do with trials is sometimes they'll give the real vaccine and sometimes they'll give a placebo, and then they'll see like what kind of effect it has if the person gets it, like if they get COVID. But why would you even do that? That's so stupid to me.
Right, and the key word was trial. Once you said that, I'm like, oh, trial. That's why they doing. They seeing who you, like you just said, like you just explained.
I was sitting there looking at that video, and they running through the bushes or the grass or whatever, man. And all I was thinking was like a Jurassic Park experiment.
Right, yeah, they sitting there watching them. Wasn't they twins?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah, like. So you know they gave one something and one nothing because they.
What sense do that make? Like Kathy said, what sense do that make though? We already know the placebo ain't gonna do shit.
And then in 20 years, one of them gonna start glowing in the dark or something. I'll start seeing them big commercials.
Right.
It's just crazy. I've had COVID twice, so and I still didn't get vaccinated because I was just like, I don't know.
Really?
Because I know people. Yeah, I know people that got vaccinated and still got COVID. I know somebody that got vaccinated and had COVID twice. So, and then the trend keeps changing. So why would I send my child do that? And they might be fully vaccinated against the Delta, but not the Lambda. Like, it's just crazy.
Right. Wait, yeah, I'm going to wait till they got something for all this shit. But I still been, like I say, my doctor has been recommending that I get vaccinated, but I feel like they supposed to. You know what I mean? They gonna do that shit anyway. Right. They gonna do that shit anyway. Cause I'm like, I kind of been all right, but you know, I'm not gonna lie. The stories about motherfuckers dying and shit, even though I know the media, you know how it is or whatever, it's still, I'll be like, damn, I don't want to die though. You know what I mean?
And I personally know 3 people that had died between July and September.
Wow.
I had COVID in September, so you know I'm like, oh God, I hope you don't take me out.
Right.
But I just think that, you know, with anything though, I've known people that get the flu and die. I've known people that just have freak shit happen, you know, and die.
Right.
It's just crazy. I just say keep your immune system boosted.
My death is preordained. Right. COVID ain't gonna get me.
Wow. Yeah, I would hate to go out like that. You know what I mean? You survive so much. You know what I mean? And then something like that take your ass out. You know what I mean?
Like the end of a Donald Goins book.
Right. Like, damn, I got what? You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Oh, look, Aaron Rodgers. Look, let me play this right quick.
Terrible ending.
Look, check this shit out with Aaron Rodgers.
Joining now to discuss NBA legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Look,
so glad to have you. Thank you very much for appearing to talk about this. You wrote a piece today on your Substack titled "Aaron Rodgers Didn't Just Lie," and you're not holding back. You say that he is hurting all athletes with his vaccine antics. Why do you say that?
Well, Rodgers deliberately misled his team and the public with a liable mission. And those type of lies really are the type of things that destroy confidence. So as a liar, how can he be trusted to endorse products? Worse, he's damaged the image of professional athletes as role models and potentially hurt their financial opportunities as spokespersons. Just think about this.
With the money,
a product
Aaron.
that may have been considering hiring an athlete may now reconsider in favor of an actor or a pop star, or at least someone who's more trustworthy.
You said, to endorse products. A Wisconsin-based health company, Previa Health, has cut ties with Rodgers, but sponsors like State Farm are sticking with him. Are you surprised by that?
What was the name of that company? Previa.
Yeah, I am. I'm surprised at the ones that are sticking with him because, just the way that he used the word immunized instead of vaccinated, that shows his lack of understanding of the whole science of immunology. He doesn't get it.
If you look at, Kareem, what happened to Colin Kaepernick, right? He was blacklisted for calling out the systemic racism. He didn't actually risk anyone's health. You say Rodgers will likely continue to play. He's getting a paycheck. Is there a double standard here?
I think there is a double standard. Rodgers is very valuable to the NFL, and he has a lot of fans, and I don't think they're going to do anything of a serious nature to discipline him. His lack of responsibility, for his friends, family, team, staff, and fans that he lied to and exposed to COVID-19, it shows a lack of moral character that can't be ignored.
What do you say this, it's happened a lot with some folks, but let's hear an athlete say, oh, it's cancel culture and it's the whole woke whatever, and he's blaming it on that. What do you think of that, Kareem?
I think his ignorance, like I said before, his ignorance regarding the science of immunology brings back like old stereotypes, like the big dumb athlete who doesn't understand what's going on in medicine. I think he's done a great job.
All right. So, Aaron Rodgers lied about being vaccinated?
Yeah.
And how did they find out? I missed that part.
I just woke up and he was on the news.
No, what's crazy is how
omission. So he must have told on himself. Ain't that what omission means?
Yeah, but I wonder what happened. What made him? You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he had shit to lose. So I wonder how it came out. I need to look deeper into that story. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm wondering how the fuck they found out. But it's crazy in this day and age, especially with this internet. You got people that will research the fuck out of you and be all in your business. You know what I'm saying? Just like the motherfucker.
What, though?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there claiming to be vaccinated and not, because it's easy to get a vaccination card. Do you know how much money people have offered me to give them a vaccination card?
Right. They busted people making fake ones. You know what I mean? And
you just don't know how many times somebody will call me like, and we keep them under like lock and key in my office, but people will call me like, Patrick, I'm going on this trip, I ain't been vaccinated, yada, yada, yada. I have more to lose than your little $500 you're trying to give me.
I was going to say, don't do it. Because they going to track that shit back like a motherfucker. I already know you know not to do it, but I'm just saying, I tell them, don't even ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that shit. They go trace that. This is 2021. You got a motherfucker sitting in a robe that can bring up your whole history on this computer. You know what I'm saying? You think they not going to trace this shit back to me? Or you going to get caught and tell? Or people be telling.
Right.
They gonna tell because they gonna say we'll go light on you. We just want the person that gave it to you. We really want them. Or oh shit, it was her then. You know what I'm saying?
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Right. Right. This shit bigger than Nino. You know, if I go down, I'm taking a whole bunch of motherfuckers with me. Every motherfucker going down.
They were selling cars on eBay and all kind of stuff, and I'm like,
yeah, they got tracking numbers.
They do.
You got to be a bold motherfucker to buy a vaccination card off eBay. You got to be dumb and bold. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even trust that shit. I wouldn't trust that at all. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me keep it moving. Look, now the Tory Lanez shit. Check this shit out.
Was it ever a gun?
Yeah, there was a gun. Now we don't know who shot it. If it was even shot. 1, 2. She been doing these like Megan ever since this shit happened. Who the fuck gets shot in both their feet and then doing these like Megan? Doing the crybaby. She been dancing, ain't stopped shit. She ain't posting no pictures in rehab, nothing.
We still got her on the line.
I know. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen none of them type of pictures or nothing, man. I don't believe it. Now check this shit out. Right quick.
Now we got Tory Lanez setting the record straight. Now yesterday an article came out and it was basically everywhere talking about Tory Lanez was not going to be given a plea deal. And honestly, the original article said that he was unable to reach a plea deal, but everybody ran with it saying that, you know, Megan Thee Stallion and her team, you know, they wasn't offering him a plea deal because they know he's guilty. So if they want him to take it to trial so he can suffer the full consequences of the law. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ran with it all types of crazy. That's why in my video, I purposely said, I don't know if he was offered a plea. I don't know if he denied a plea. And I don't know if he was going to take one in the future, because remember, we got reports a couple of months ago saying that the defense was trying to come up with a plea deal for Tory. Now, Tory on Twitter, he said that a lot of this stuff was inaccurate, and this is what he said exactly. I can't talk today. The wording of this is amazingly inaccurate. I wasn't unable to do anything. They offered what they offered, so I wouldn't go to trial, and I declined. It's very simple, and no, I will not be given any live testimony. Please report real news and accurate facts. Now, they did say something about, you know, Tory was going to be doing some type of live testimony, and I really didn't believe that.
All right, so he's saying, and that's what's been reported too, that he turned down the plea. So, Tory, you better win this case. There they go, man. You know, they hate when you drag them through a trial and you done did some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't believe it. He said it never happened. No one has stepped out and said for sure, out of all those people in the car, yeah, Tory shot her. What her and the best friend ended up getting into it, ain't it? That bitch made a diss song. She made a diss song against Megan. You know what I mean? So she better hope. Sometimes you can think, I was arguing with a person, some shots start getting fired. This person told the police I was doing the shooting. And I'm like, bitch, I was right in front of you. You know, you was arguing with me. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck I start shooting and you ain't get shot? So, I'm sitting here right now. So, obviously, you know, I came from up under the shit. Because I'm like, man, that bitch lying. How the hell she standing in front of me and I just start shooting with a machine gun and she ain't get shot? Because it was fully auto. It was coming. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, and then she said she seen me. That's why I got him too. I said, bro, you a cop. When the last time you looked at somebody that was shooting at you? You know what I mean? You trying to get the fuck away. She ain't trained in nothing. She a civilian. She ain't got no weapon. You mean she stood there and watched me shoot at her and I was in front of her? They let me out the door. They was like, shit, this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Man, but in her head, though, and this is my point, in her head, I did it. She was drunk. You know what I'm saying? And that was another factor where they had to, I'm like, she was drunk and you know that, man. She was drunk. You know what I mean? So all that factors in, but in her head, and what I'm saying about Megan, in this woman's head, I was the motherfucker that was shooting at her. That's what she told the cops, and she was sticking by it.
And I was put in an on-scene lineup when I was in Shawty. Me and a few of my partners got picked up on a robbery on the south side. They lined us up right here at Mitchell Park in the Domes. Did an on-scene lineup. I'm listening at the lady say, I don't know which one of them it was. The other guy said, fuck it, all of them. The police was like, well, fuck it, just do all of them. It took us on.
Ain't that a bitch? When they can't figure out which nigga it was, get them all. You know, that's what they do. When they looking for a black in the hood, any black will do. Anybody walking down the street, if you got children, though, this can happen. Sometimes when they say, mama, I wasn't even doing shit, they telling the fucking truth. Yep. I'm sorry, they telling the truth. I've been walking down the street and the police, they called us monkeys and every motherfucking thing. I'm like, wow, what kind of shit is this? You know what I'm saying? So that shit happens. Now, right quick before we go, we got to go to FM. Now, you know what? I give you this story on the FM side. I'd like to thank Kathy for calling in and sitting in with us. You're welcome to call in on the FM side. We got to get on over there. I appreciate y'all. Kathy, call us back in a little while.
Will do.
All right. Thank you.